Good to see you, Jerry.
Yep, good to see you, yeah.
So look, I started Vibe nearly 22 years ago now with a friend who we went to uni together in Wollongong in Australia, did PE teaching, and we came over here to travel. And while we were here, a whole lot of our mates were teaching as well. And at the time, there weren't very many teaching agencies, and so there perhaps wasn't the competitiveness that created great service. And so schools and teachers alike weren't really happy with what they were being given. And so we decided on a drunk night out that we could provide something better. And that's really the idea started from providing something better for our friends, for schools around London, and out of a real care for people and for education.
We started the business in 1999, two of us as founders, and we've now got 10 employees, and we have developed a proposition that's different from the majority of financial planning businesses, in that we charge hourly fees, and that sort of completely differentiates us in terms of the way we charge and the types of clients that find our services appealing.
I mean, we called ourselves the technology partnership right from the start, and whilst we're not a legal partnership, that element of partnership was always very important. Everything we do through the power of teams and the ability to give and take and collaborate and make the most for all of us.
I mean, we had two quite attractive offers from external parties, but we, as I said earlier on, have a very different proposition to what's sort of normal in the marketplace. And despite reassurances from those purchasers that they would respect and continue with our particular business model, we felt that would always be slightly uncertain, because you never know what will happen to that company. So there may be, another predatory company that comes and buys them, and then they don't want your business model anymore. So we felt that to protect the integrity of what we do, and to make sure that we could continue with offering that proposition to clients who have come to rely on it, and where we've got strong intergenerational links of a sort of passing of wealth, which is all based on an hourly fee proposition, we felt it was disingenuous to sell to a business that might not be able to carry on with that proposition. And the other side of it was that our employees have obviously grown up in our environment, and we felt also that those companies that might buy us would be likely to want to find cuts in overheads, and of course in our business that's about people. So we felt a loyalty to our clients and to our team, and therefore EOT seemed like a really positive route to go down.
The offers have been, at points where financially they were rewarding enough. It's, and the exit sort of ideas. But for me, generally the reason that I didn't feel comfortable going ahead, and why we didn't go ahead, was that I never felt that it was going to be the right outcome for the team that was left in the company, or for the company itself in terms of the brand, reputation, team and culture. And for me, it's like a child, and those things mattered to me just as much as whatever the financial rewards were going to be. I wanted the financial rewards, and whatever the exit structure was going to be equitable and great, or rewarding for the efforts that I'd put in. But I also wanted to make sure that this great company that we'd set up, and this team that I care about, that's like a family, was going to be looked after, and that people were going to continue to be happy coming to work.
Yeah, very much so. And I'd been to some sort of small workshops run by people in our business, so people who run wealth management businesses, and EOT was never mentioned in those conversations. But some of those negative factors so people who had already sold actually to an external company and had bad experiences and had actually were going through the process of trying to buy their business back again from the sale, which was obviously a painful process. So I'd spoken to those people on the one hand, and then I went to spoke to people at the Employee Ownership Association, and those who'd gone down the EOT route had far less negative things to say than the trade sale people. So I mean, just reinforced our decision, and there were some really interesting businesses there.
I think it's important to speak to somebody who's a trusted friend, you know, who you can ask open questions to and feel like you're getting, you know, honest answers from. And so Tony had been through the process, had a really, again, an excellent business, reputable, you know, successful. And so him explaining the process to me and having chosen to go that direction as well, you know, I really trusted that he makes good decisions as an intelligent person.
Yes.
And so it made me feel that this could be a good way for us to go as well.
I think there are sort of just several different aspects to it. One is the impact on the clients, which we see as being wholly positive because they will get what they bought originally rather than having, you know, the goalposts change part way down their journey, along their journey with us. So for the clients, we see it as wholly positive. For the team, again, it's a very positive thing because when they've paid us off, there's a significant amount of money available every year for them to be able to, you know, put lots of money into their pensions and for them to be able to have a share in what they've worked so hard to develop, rather than that money being paid to shareholders, you know, in your sort of classic model. So we feel that it's repaying clients' trust and repaying teams' efforts and trust. And in terms of the business itself, there's no doubt in our minds, because we've been talking to our team about this for a long time, and there's been a lot of enthusiasm from them, and our staff retention has been very good. And we think, well, we know from the conversations we have with them that that retention has been largely based on, or partly based on, the fact that they knew we were going to go down the EOT route, and that was something that we talked about and were committed to, and we've done it. And it's that sense of follow through and meaning what you say and doing what you say you're going to do and that sort of thing, which I think generates a lot of loyalty.
The independence and self-determination is very important, particularly in a technology business where there's quite a lot of risk taking, and the collaboration, the we're in it together, the teamwork, this is all reinforced by employee ownership. And when you are tackling, when trying to do something that's never been done before, then having a lot of external shareholders challenging from perhaps a not fully informed point of view does constrain what you can do. So I think it's the culture that it allows and the collaboration that it encourages has enabled us to do things that we could not do in another form of ownership.
Not just myself, but you know, I think we all feel that this has been the right decision. So 2 years down the track, you know, we continue to grow and be successful, and I'm very happy that we've gone this way. I think that's probably the most important thing that I could say about it, is that I do reflect on it. Is it the right way, or you know, But, and it doesn't mean that it's all been easy or plain sailing or anything like that. But I definitely know that this has been the right way for us to go.
Having sort of proper engagement with staff in advance, we feel that's made a massive difference. So talking to our staff very early on, so 5 years ago, about the concept, what did they think, how did they feel about it, would they be up for it? We took a couple of them to the Employee Ownership Association last year, the event. And it made a huge difference. And they came back buzzing with enthusiasm and recognising the opportunity. So I think early engagement, finding the right partner to deliver for you, the right firm to help you implement it, and making sure that it meets your long-term objectives. I think those are the three key things for me.
If business owners are thinking about what to do next, then do look at EOT very seriously, because it was quite some time before we appreciated that the EOT approach could actually have the flexibility and scope to meet the needs of the business, and that was quite an important part of the feasibility test, if you like, as to whether this is the way ahead. And I think the superficial picture of an EOT, maybe the John Lewis model, is something that is not truly representative of the range of options that are available under an EOT. So it's worth putting the time and the effort with advisors to really see how it can fit with the nature of the business. I'm sure there are businesses where it's not appropriate, but we almost missed the opportunity to make it happen for our business.
If you like, I'll leave you with a quote, Jerry, that we wrote to our team, and as part of the letter that we gave to the team, to explain the situation and to motivate them, I suppose, and to tell them, why we were going this way. And the quote is, "The legacy of heroes is the memory of a great name and the inheritance of a great example."